One bad decision can turn winter into an emergency. So here are 5 tricks that actually kept me warm during this trip. They're simple tips, but they make a huge difference when the temps are going to drop below the 20s or below. Winter doesn't care how experienced you are. You can have 10 years of backpacking experience under your belt, and one bad night in the winter will humble you. The temps on this trip are only supposed to drop down into the 20s tonight and are supposed to get somewhere in the 40s during the day. Perfect temperatures to test and trust your winter survival habits. Survival in the winter starts with one rule: don't sweat. Moisture is the enemy when you're out here. Sweat can be a fast lane to hypothermia. When you start hiking in the mornings, you should actually feel a little cold, because in 10 minutes, you're gonna heat up. Here's what I do. Vent early. Before I get warm, I unzip layers, open up your collar, open your pit zips, because once you're sweating, it's too late. And if I was fast packing this trip, this would matter even more, because the pace is higher. Your heart rate jumps faster, and the temperature swings can smack you whenever you stop. Let's start layers, because this is where winter discomfort typically starts. For this trip, my system is pretty simple. A warm base layer, a mid layer for movement, my insulation layer for when I'm resting, and then a shell to block wind and snow. What matters isn't how many layers you have, but when you use them. When I'm moving, I strip down to the basic layers. But the moment, and I mean the moment that I stop moving, the insulation goes on immediately. That habit has saved me from shivering many times. Fire isn't optional in the winter. It's comfort, it's drying power, and it's your backup survival plan. Here's how I process kindling quickly out here. Start with small sticks first, then thumb-sized branches. Then get some wrist-sized logs, or if you don't have logs that you're sawing, then take and cut down some of your split wood to the size of about your wrist. You start off building your fire from the smallest pieces up. While I'm here at this amazing remote cabin, I'm using a wood-burning stove in order to heat and to cook with. But I have to keep feeding the fuel, which means at night I have to wake up every couple hours and stoke the fire in order to keep it going, or it'll go out and the cabin will lose its temperature really fast. When you're dealing with a wood-burning stove, here are a few safety reminders. Keep gear away from the stove, because you don't want to burn any of that really expensive nice stuff that you've got. Crack a window just a little bit to allow for ventilation in the cabin. And if you're trying to dry gear like socks or gloves, don't put them too close to the stoves or you'll end up with a hole in one of those. Trust me, I've done it. Even though I'm in a cabin for this trip, I'm still trying to pack as light as possible. So I'm sleeping with just my quilt and a pillow. I also brought a small down blanket for Moose, because he can get just as cold from that cold floor as I can. So here's how I stayed warm at night with minimal steps. You want to get yourself off of the cold floor, because even in this cabin, even with the heater going and warming up the place, the floor is still going to hold more cold than anything else in the cabin. So thankfully here in this cabin, they've got some bunks and they've got some little foam pads. And so I'm able to put the foam pad down and sleep on top of that. But if I didn't have that, one of the other things that you could do would just be taking a wool blanket and putting it down, at least giving you some kind of layer between the cold. Or you could hike out an air pad and put an air pad with a good R value underneath you to give you some separation from you and the ground. And then when you're sleeping, you want to make sure that you're taking care of all of those drafts. So whether you're in a mummy sleeping bag or like me and you're in a quilt, with the quilts, you especially need to be careful about making sure there's no drafts coming in, because that will wake you up faster than anything is when you go to move and all of a sudden cold drafts come into your sleep system. And then you really want to think about some like heat retention hacks. One of the things that I learned really young and that I still do to this day is to fill a Nalgene with hot water at the end of the day before you're getting ready to go to sleep. And then make sure that thing is good and tight and sealed, and then stick it in your quilt or in your sleeping bag. You'd be amazed at how long that bottle stays warm with the insulation of that sleeping bag and how well it could add warmth to your sleep. But also in winter, hot water isn't just for comfort, it's survival. Anything warm you put in your body becomes thermal mass. It raises your core temperature and keeps your energy steady. For drinks on this trip, I brought with me some hot tea and some mushroom coffee. But on other trips, I've also brought some hot broth or even soup to be able to drink throughout the day. And when you're out camping in the winter, nutrition is different. You want more fat than normal. Jerky, nuts, cheese, steak. These will burn slow and give you actual staying power and help you stay warm. Hydration is one of the sneakiest killers in the winter. People forget to drink whenever it's cold and everything's frozen outside. So whether I'm melting snow or I'm filtering water from a nearby pond, I make sure that I'm drinking more than I normally think I need. Winter can be a threat, or it can be a fun playground. These 5 tricks keep me warm, safe, and confident out here. And if you use them right, they'll do the same for you. If you want to see how this trip went for Moose and I, check out this video here where you'll get to see the whole 3 days where we got to hang out at this beautiful location out here in the middle of the Rockies with nobody else around. I hope this was helpful for you guys. And as usual, I hope to see you guys on the trail.